Hello and welcome to my classroom. I'm Nenye Andy from Fast Error Free English, and today we're going to talk about how to generate points on any essay topic that you have. So, as our aim for today, we're going to help you to become better able to come up with points or ideas on any write-up you have. And as our objective, we're going to help you to practice generating these topics using a particular topic in mind, and also at the end, teach you how to arrange these topics ready for writing. As initial words, you have to read the topic at least twice to understand it. Now, if you don't understand the topic, you're of course going to write something out of content. A journey I have made is very different from a journey I am planning to make. So that shows you that you really have to read the topic, underline the keywords, and make sure you're looking for ideas on the correct topic. So let's start. The first one is reflecting. Reflecting just talks about your personal experience. Is there anything that you've heard, read, or thought about that has something to do with that topic? Is that topic related to any movie you've watched? Is it related to a discussion that you've had? That's very important. And this will help you while reflecting to start listing some topics and some ideas that will help you to form points for this your write-up. A second one is what I call alien interviewer. This means that you just assume that someone who does not know anything about that topic is interviewing you. In that way, you actually find out that that topic that seemed dry initially is not quite dry. When you assume that somebody is trying to find information about that, you find out that you actually know something to say. So if you believe that somebody is trying to find out something about that topic, you will now start thinking about what that person would like to know. Still under our topic about journeys, if somebody has not been to the US, for instance, you will now start thinking about what that person would like to know. How, when did the journey take place? What did you see along the way? Did you take a flight, or how did you go? You went straight to the US, or did you have a stay over somewhere else? Did you have to maybe book into a hotel? What was exciting about it? So you see, there'll be so many things that you can come up with that you know that this person interviewing you would like to know. And these are actually ideas that will help you write the topic. Then the third method is the WH questions. No matter what you're writing on, you need information on these areas. The first one is, who is this all about? What is it all about? What happened? When did it happen? Why did it happen? So you find out that all this, including how it happened, when you start thinking about all these WH words, you certainly know what to come up with as your list of points. The same, remember, for the journey, is still the same. When did it happen? What happened? How did you travel? And so on and so forth. You'll find out that you actually have quite a lot to write about. The fourth way is our usual brainstorming. The brainstorming means to list whatever it is that is associated with that topic, its component parts, break it into different parts, and then also try and remove whatever it is that is not associated with it. If, for instance, you're talking about a classroom, maybe something that happened in school, you of course know that a workplace is not likely to be part. So remembering that your work is not going to be part of that topic will help you remove the ideas that will not be there, to make sure that you don't write out of content. So you brainstorm by yourself. Of course, if you have time, before. Maybe you're not in an exam situation. You have the time to brainstorm with others, to check online and so on. But if you're faced with a dry topic in an examination, something you've not thought about, you need to brainstorm by yourself, start listing the parts of that particular thing. And but your list will help you to form a list of ideas that you can use to write your topic. And my favorite, the mind map. This helps a lot, especially for visual learners. You provide a visual representation of your ideas. You're actually listing, but the idea of putting them in a mind map helps you to come up with different points. And your mind map can have different levels, as many levels as you need. What you will do is you will write the topic in the center in a circle, and then just like the sun, you'll be giving it rays. Whatever comes in mind, you just put it in the rays. So if the topic is still on that journey that I'm helping you with, you write the journey in the middle, and the first ray could be when. So when you talk about when, another ray from that when will be maybe on the 21st of January. From there, you can get another topic, another ray of the sun will be how, what took place. Okay, there was a flight. How did the flight take place? Of course, you had to go through immigration, you bought tickets, you did that, and so on and so forth. So you're still listing your ideas, but you're giving a visual representation of these ideas. Now, for our practice, we're going to use a topic from an actual exam, and we're going to merge the mind mapping and the brainstorming to come up with this. Now, if you have a look at this, my topic is a record that was broken, something I watched that broke an existing record. Now, this was easy for me. I actually started by reflecting because I remember that sometime earlier in the year, or was it the previous year, there was this girl that broke the cooking record. I read it online. So you see, that's something I read about, and it immediately gave me ideas. So I used the mind map. I put broken record in the middle, and my rays of the sun, I had who, that's the girl. And then I have the place. It took place in Lekki, in my country. And what was this record all about? It was a cooking thing. It was a cooking record. She wanted to break the record for the hours of cooking. And then what the activities, what actually went on there, that's another part. Then the previous record. Of course, if you're talking about a broken record, you have to mention what was the record anyway that the person wants to break. That came into. And then we had, I also have this, the consequences. What happened at the end? Was she interviewed? Did she break the record? Was she given any prize? And so on and so forth. What did I learn from that? It's a life skill when you watch something like that. So I had all this. And as I told you, each one, the beauty of the mind map is that you can even go further. In this audience now, I could put another small ray here, talking about the audience laughed, and I'll write laughed, cheered, ate, because she was dishing out all this food and people were eating for hours. Then on the who, I'll give another arrow that shows the name of the girl, maybe describe her a little bit, maybe tall, short, okay, homely, quite pretty, beautiful, looked energetic, always smiling, was not even tired, and so on here. And then on the place, I'll write, I can put another one like Lekki in the harbor parts of Nigeria, Lagos, and so on and so forth. So you can actually keep on describing until you have your topic very close to you. And if you keep practicing this, it could take just as little as 2 minutes. then you find out you still have more than enough time to write. So when we finish this, how then do we put this in paragraphs? And there comes this. These are ideas now arranged, ready for you to write. And as I said, if you practice it, that's another 2 minutes, giving you 4 minutes, roughly 5 minutes before you write. So if you have 30 minutes to write something in an exam, or you're trying to write in 30 minutes, anything you have to write at work, if you use 2 minutes to gather your points, another 2.5 minutes to arrange your points in paragraphs, you have 20 minutes to do the full writing and 5 minutes to proofread your work. And that's exactly what you want. So what I did now for arrangement is to look at each of the rays of my sun. And I will find that there are some that I have to remove because they're not part of the topic. There are some that I have to merge because they concern the same thing. They should be in the same paragraph. And there are some that I have to separate. Then I'll decide which of them I will use as my introduction. So for my paragraph, I'll now write P1. My introduction is going to be talking about generally records and their usual effects. My paragraph 2, you'll see that from my sun rays, I've already mixed all this, the initial part. I'm now going to start talking about who, the place, what record was broken, what was the past record, and so on. And my number 3, the third paragraph, I'm going to talk about the activities of the day, the preparations, how it began, the tense moments, maybe when the candidate was like, she was almost tired. The tense moments when people had to cheer her on so that she continued trying to achieve what she wanted to achieve, the reaction of the audience, everything about what took place on that day, the activities, everything will be there in that paragraph. And my fourth paragraph, from my son, I've talked about that when the whole thing was completed, what happened, what do you think the person felt like, what did you feel like, what did the audience feel like? Was there a prize? What was the prize? Were there interviews, photographs, media, and so on and so forth, online performance details about it? And for the conclusion, I decided to talk about what it taught me, that you actually can succeed in whatever you set your mind to. Because you did, and maybe the girl looked quite delicate. You did not think she would have succeeded to cook for all those hours. So this actually taught you that you can succeed if you set your mind to it. So you see that from having a dry topic, we've moved from reading that topic, trying to understand it, and we've used about 3 different methods, the reflecting, the brainstorming, and the mind map, to come up with topics, with ideas to write these topics, any one we have. And finally, we've looked at the rays of the sun from our mind map and arranged all into these paragraphs, all in a few minutes. Then we are ready to write. How do we write? We just take these ideas, form sentences from them, and we are ready to go and submit our work. So I hope you've had a good time and you've learned from us today. You can tell us more topics you want us to talk about, and to encourage us, subscribe, and you will not miss out on any of our lessons. See you in the next video.